Hey guys, Peter from PokerLifeCoach.com here. I want to quickly talk about running below EV and how to deal with that from a mindset perspective. This month I'm running $7,000 below EV, and I'm aware that this is a tiny sample, but I still think that it's a fun situation to talk about and to tell you how I deal with this as a mindset coach. I have three things that I do in a period like this. Number one is that I actually stop looking at my graph as much as I possibly can. There's nothing good for me to look at my EV graph in a period like this and my net result. It only builds up more tension inside of me. So I avoid looking at my graph as much as I can. The second thing I do is I take way more breaks than I normally do. That might even just be 5 to 10 minute breaks in a session where I've lost my 10th all in a row. I go on sit out mode, I go into the living room and I spend 2 to 3 minutes sitting down and grounding myself, and then I come back and I play again. The third thing I do is that I'm very aware about my inner voice. And this is the big one, guys. So what is my inner voice? My inner voice is that negative version of myself who's telling me a lot of bullshit. You may have that yourself too. So in a period like this, it's very easy for me to go to the thoughts like, I'm way more unlucky than everyone else. I don't get what I deserve. This poker site is rigged. I cannot win. It's impossible for me. All that bullshit that does nothing good for me at all to think about. So what I do is I use the 3R technique instead. The 3R technique is register, release, refocus. So first of all, I register when these negative thoughts are coming into my mind. And a great method to becoming better at registering your thoughts is to start meditating. It's really good for you in terms of increasing your mental awareness. So I register these thoughts, then I release them, and I do that by simply noticing it is like 80% of the work. And then I consciously think, I don't want to think that. I want to think this instead. And so that leads me to step number 3, the refocus step. What I've done is I've written down 3 sentences on a piece of paper and taped them to my screen here so that I can quickly have a look at my reframes when I am running bad. So the 3 sentences are: this happens to everyone. If I deal with this better than my opponents, I will get an extra edge. And variance is what allows me to live from playing poker. These 3 sentences, I read them out loud. I think them inside of my head when I'm running bad. And I can feel the difference inside of my body. I can feel that I'm getting way more focused. I feel much better. I stay in the zone and I keep on playing my A game. So quick thoughts on how I deal with running below EV. Let me know how you deal with running below EV, and I would love to hear your perspective on this. Thanks guys, see you at the tables.